Hello, I'm here in Denver, Colorado. I'm in a hotel. Please excuse this fly that is flying around. I don't know, it was here already when I came into this place, but I'm here for 2 days. I only have 2 days of summer left, which is today Saturday and tomorrow Sunday. And I'll be sharing today tips how to have balance in med school and how to find time for research. And why is research so important? I'll share all of those things with you. And then I will also do my Q&A at the end and go over some of those questions that some of you guys asked. And please ask any questions you have and I'll answer them in my upcoming videos. So after my next video I'll be posting is a video of the end of my summer pretty much, and the last video of the summer adventure editions, and I'll share that with you and why I ended up in Denver, Colorado right now, but it's my last day here, so I'll share that with you and hope you enjoy.
The summer is magic, oh oh oh. The summer is magic, you have to imagine, oh oh oh. The summer is magic, the summer is magic, oh oh oh. The summer is magic, you have to imagine, oh oh oh. The summer is magic.
Hi, so today I'm going to talk about finding balance in med school and also trying to find time to do research. So how can you balance all of this and be able to do it? And why is research so important? So research you really want to do, especially depending on what type of residency you want to go into. It's one thing, especially if you're going into surgery residencies, they really like to see research, and also it's a great experience and you can learn so much about it and learn about the field that you're most interested in. So if you're interested in to do research, it's really good idea to choose a topic that you really enjoy. So if you are really into cardiology, then go find research in cardiology, or if you're into neuro, then just do research in neuro, and you'll learn so much about that one topic and find something you're really interested in. I really recommend starting research after your first year during the summer. That's an excellent way to get involved and start working on a project. And another great time to start research, if you haven't been doing research before, is start research around January before the summer of your first year, and find something simple like a clinical project that won't take up too much of your time. That way, once you get into the summer, you can get fully involved and start working on a paper or whatever it is that requires more time, because you don't want to start, sometimes just in the summer and then not really know, your way around how to do things, because it's your first time getting involved, and it'll take you the whole summer to kind of learn the whole mechanism of that research project. And by the end of the summer, when you're fully getting into it, your second year is already starting. So it's a great idea to start, in January lightly, start learning, shadowing maybe other people in the research, so that way once your summer starts, you can get fully involved, and that's a great way to do it. And also find a lab that is not just a lab that's just shooting out papers, or a lab that's just doing the research that maybe isn't, they're just doing it to get a paper. That's not the whole point. You want to really learn something out of it and get something out of it, because one project that might take longer but is more novel, you're going to get so much more out of it. You're going to be able to learn so much more, and maybe produce something that will be really useful, and you want to work on a project like that. So when you're choosing your project, make sure that you're choosing wisely, and make sure that you're choosing something that you're interested in. For my example, I really like neuro, and I'm interested in neurosurgery or neurology, and so I chose a neuro project and to work in a neuro lab. And it was a basic science project, and it took some time to get used to it. So I started really early, even during my undergrad, and then kind of transitioned it through my med school. And so, you know, learning that and learning everything I was doing in neuro, I just learned so much and got so much out of that research, and it was so intriguing, everything. And so I really recommend you do that. Make sure you find something that you just really enjoy. Now, how can you find time to do that research? And what about balance in med school? Like, how can you find time for doing those things you love doing, like going to the gym maybe, or you know, maybe it is, you know, anything, like if you did painting or played music or any of those things. How do you have time to do all that? Well, what you want to do is you want to prioritize your school. Even over your research, you want to prioritize your school. That's the most important thing, which is why if you're starting your first year, what you want to do is when you come into your first year, you want to focus 100% on school first, okay? It's really important that you find a study method that works for you. And it took me about 6 months till I actually found something that really worked for me. I tried different methods. Every exam I was doing different methods. You know, each one I was passing, but you know, one method I had to study, you know, 15 hours in a day to learn the same amount of information that I could in 8 hours with another method I tried, which was much more effective for me. And so you need to try different methods and find one that, you know, really works for you. There's so many different study methods, and you know, everyone studies differently, whether it's in groups, whether you have people to study and ask questions with. I think that is very helpful. And you know, or if you're just studying alone, there are, you know, so many different methods, and I will discuss them later during the year. But how do you find time to squeeze in those things you enjoy doing? So, you know, once you get into the school year, maybe a month in or 2 months in, you can start slowly incorporating some of those things you enjoy doing. So, you know, let's say you enjoy painting, and you know, you used to do it every single day, okay? And it doesn't have to be painting, it can be anything. Maybe you always watched a TV show or whatever it is, you know? Maybe put it on a day, you know, a day that, you know, it's not right before the exam, obviously, but you know, you put it on a day, maybe, you know, first day after the previous exam, and you know, you're not really into the theme yet, and it's still early on. Put that in and see how much studying you get done, and see how that fits. You know, maybe it will be an hour or an hour and a half of your day. One thing you can do is, you know, you can multitask. So if you're eating dinner and you like to watch an episode, you could do both at the same time. And then it's your dinner time and you're watching an episode. So you get both at the same time. Maybe you used to do that anyways. So other things you can do is find a routine. You know, if you like going to the gym, I really recommend going in the mornings. And the reason why is because it forces you to wake up on time. You know, you get up, you go to the gym first thing, and you know, once you're after the gym, you're just fully refreshed and you're in your class and you're ready to go. And I started doing that, and it helped so much. It helped with my sleep schedule. It helped with so many different things just to start the day with going to the gym. And my mind was awake. You know, if I didn't go to the gym and I would go to class, you know, I was only getting 50% into my head. Whereas when I went to the gym, my blood flow was you know, so much increased. I could really, you know, see the difference, you know, being able to get 100% in with everything I did, and therefore I got much more out of my studying in less amount of time, whereas before I would have to spend so much more time studying and get less out of it. So with that, I was able to find more time to do other things, and just by going to the gym early in the morning, that's how much of a difference it made. And you know, if you do it every single day, you know, and it works for you, that's a great thing. And make sure you find enough sleep, because same thing, if you're not sleeping enough, you're not going to be getting enough information into your head during the time that you're studying, and you're not going to be effectively studying. And then you're going to be studying all day and all night and only getting 50% in. So you want to make sure you're getting enough sleep, find physical activity, because that is, studies showing that physical activity really helps improve your mental capacity and your memory and study methods, everything. So really find time for some physical activity. You can even do it at home. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, just even 10 minutes can make a difference. And so make sure you incorporate some of those things. I wouldn't even consider those necessities. Sleep, eat, physical activity. Those are your necessities with studying that you want to incorporate in order to have effective studying. And then you have your wants. So what is things that you want to do? So find something to do on the weekend, okay? Make it your goal. So that way you're motivated to study from Monday to Friday. You study really hard, and Saturday you go and do something fun, okay? And you find something, even if it's just half of the day. And it will be something to look forward to. You always want to have something to look forward to that keeps you motivated. And then second, also find something at the end of the day. Whether it's half an hour or an hour, just a small thing maybe before you go to sleep, because you want to unwind before you go to bed. You want to be, in a good mental state. You don't want to be studying, cramming and then going straight to sleep, because you're gonna have issues sleeping. And I know a lot of people that have sleep deprivation, and others, they developed more sleeping disorders, including myself in the beginning of the year, because I would study right before the bed. So you want to find something to unwind, and that is where you want to incorporate your hobby, something you enjoy doing, anything, Like I like enjoying making these videos and photography and videography, and so I'll find maybe like an hour when I'm going to be editing or, taking pictures. And, some days you're going to be more busier and you might not have time. You might only have 10 minutes to do something, or you might want to do something else. So that's completely acceptable. And that's going to happen. You're going to have days when you're much more busier than other days. And some days you might have 2 hours of time to do something you enjoy doing. Other days you might have 10 minutes. So you really need to play it by ear. Play it as the year goes on, and kind of see where your classes, how your classes are changing over time, or like what are your expectations and what you need to do to get those done. Because remember, school is your #1 priority right now. And in college it was much more easier to do other things, but here school is your #1 priority, and you need to limit the amount of other activities you're going to be doing. Find something that you enjoy doing the most, and really get involved in that one thing that you really enjoy doing the most, and have that as your hobby time or your time to unwind, because it's really important to have something to relax, have something to get your mind off of school, otherwise you're going to burn out. And all of those things incorporated together, you'll be in a good balanced position, and you'll have very effective study techniques, because then when you're going to be studying, you will be fully focused. You'll feel satisfied that you've gotten your physical activity, that you've eaten, you're not starving, you've gotten enough sleep and you're not sleepy, and you've done what you wanted to do, and now you can focus on your studying and put all your attention in it and get 100% out of it. And so those are some tips I really recommend, and hope that you can try it out. So next I'm going to do right now a Q&A session, because I said I would, and a few people asked some questions on the last video, so I'll share some of the answers to those questions. And feel free in this video, inside the comments, ask any questions you have, and I will make Q&A sessions, and it can be anything about med school, anything about anything, or videos or whatever, and I will answer those questions in the next video, okay? And so let me share some of the answers to these questions. Let's see what people ask. So I have them here. Someone asked, how many languages do you speak besides English, of course? So I speak English and Polish. I actually learned Polish first and then English just after, because both my parents are Polish, and then I took higher level Spanish in high school. So I know a little bit of Spanish too. But mostly, predominantly, is Polish and English. You can see, I think it was in chapter 5, we spoke a lot of Polish, because we were filming my mom's friends in town from Poland, so we were speaking Polish. Let's see, we have make an ask.fm account. So I'm not really making any more accounts on anything right now because my second year is about to start, and I'm going to be really busy. So I'm just going to be barely having any time to make these videos. And my exam is every 2 weeks, so I'll be probably posting videos every 2 weeks after my exam. So if my exam ends on Friday, I'll probably make and post a video that weekend after the exam. So that way I can, you have some free time then. So, but I'm not going to be making any other accounts, whether it's Snapchat or Ask.fm right now, because I'm starting my second year. I need to be fully involved and put all my time into that. And I already have that Facebook account and Instagram, so you can check those out. But those are what I'm really going to be sticking to. And then let's see. Love the dog. What is its name? So yeah, my dog's name is Zeta, and the reason is because Zeta is a Greek letter in the alphabet, and my roommate has a guinea pig, sorry. And the guinea pig's name is Delta, which is a Greek letter, so we decided to name our dog's name Zeta, because it sounds kind of like a name, and it's also a Greek letter. Is med school like regular college, and do people take time off to do other things like research or volunteer work? So, yes and no. So, med school is not like regular college. A lot goes into studying, and it's a lot of focus on the human body. It's not like college where you're, studying every type of topic, and it's like all over the place. It's more, you are really focused onto one thing, and you focus on that. And it's about the human body. So, do people take time off to do other things like research? Absolutely. People do take years off, gap years, usually after their second year, between clinical and the studies. And so, usually between second and third year, a lot of people take a year off to do research, or they do PhD. So some people take 3 years off to do a PhD. And at the same time, people also try to do masters, and if they want to go into administration and other things like that, that's totally acceptable. People do that all the time. And then volunteer work. Yes, people definitely do volunteer work, especially in the summer. I know some people, they go to Africa and they do volunteer work there. They spend their summers, or they do research projects in other countries and things like that. So definitely you can do volunteer work. And also you can do volunteer work. Actually, it's required in my school. You have to do volunteer work during the year. So definitely get involved in some volunteer work, and it's a great way to kind of apply some of the things you're learning and find something that you can apply it, and that way you can actually practice it in the field. Is it 4 years? Oh, yes, it's 4 years. So, yeah, if you take gap years, it's obviously going to be longer, but that's 4 years is the general amount of time. And that's everything. My next video is going to be my summer, the end of my summer. So it's going to be the last video of the summer adventure editions for these videos, and we'll be moving into the school year edition. So, and then we'll focus a lot on those things. And once in a while, if I have something fun to do, I will film that too. And hope you enjoyed this video, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.